Alright, what up, y'all? It's 313 J-Mo, and the schedule for the Lions, this is the first thing I gotta say. I'm gonna just get right into it, man. As we do these videos, we try to, we, meaning all of the YouTubers and DVE and wherever, we try to find time for this, man. I've been struggling to find some time for this review, but I got a little second, so we gonna talk about it. But as I said earlier, the first 4 games are vital because the Chargers, the Eagles, and the Chiefs, those games, and I'm not overlooking the Cardinals in any sense of the word, in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I ain't overlooking anybody after what the last rookie sensation did to us, even though that wasn't Baker Mayfield, but that was one of them. So I'm not overlooking anyone. I just think that they're outmatched. It's the first game of the season, and I think they're outmatched and we'll be able to win that game. But these next 3 games against, the Eagles, the Chargers, the Chiefs. Now, it is good that the Chiefs and the Chargers games are at home. And, these games are concerning because, we gotta... Look, I'll put it like this. If we want to get a 1, 2, or 2 seed or 3 seed, we gonna have to go 3-1 in this stretch. We go 1-3 in this stretch. It's not gonna be good going into I think we got a week 5 bye week, which is just not good. But I think we'll beat the Cardinals. I think we'll beat the Chargers. And the Eagles and the Chiefs games. This is what I think about those 2 games. I think we can either lose both of those 2 games or split. I don't think we'll sweep, but if we sweep those 2 games, we win in 12 games. I'm telling you right now, we start off 4-0, we will win 12, maybe even 13 games. But I think the Chiefs game. Now y'all know me, I'm big on Mahomes, and I don't think we gonna win that game. I don't think we have a chance, and that's why I think we gonna win. Y'all, my old original day one fans, y'all know how I do that. It worked with the Amir Abdullah theory. It did work. I don't think that we're going to be able to beat the Chiefs, and that's why I think that Matt Patricia is going to actually develop a game plan to beat them. The Eagles, I feel like that's just, that's in Philly and Lincoln Financial Field. It's going to be a tough game for Stafford and the crew. Going in there, but I just think we have potential to come out of those 4 games 4-0. I think we do have serious potential, but it comes to game planning, and I just have to say this is assuming health. We assuming everything's going well. We assuming no power players get hurt. I'm gonna say it one more time. We are assuming no power players get hurt. I shouldn't have to name the guys off of y'all, but I feel like I have to. Your Staffords, your Taylor Deckers, your Trey Flowers, your Frank Ragnalls, your Kerryon Johnsons, your Kenny Galladays, Marvin Jones, Darius Slay, Tracy Walker, Coleman. Like these guys, like the core guys, Snacks. Like as long as we have our core guys. Okay, now we move on to the rest of the games. Now, this is where things can get a little tricky, only because I think we'll be coming off a bye week. Now, the Packers game in Lambeau, Monday Night Football, whole world watching, coming off a bye week. I'm actually going to take the Lions in that one. A tough part of me, like if the Packers are good, I'll put it like this. If the Packers are good, a part of me feel like we're going to lose that last game of the season to them, and a part of me is praying that's not for the division, because y'all know how that goes. But that's if they're good. But I do have us winning that game. Next game against Minnesota is a tough game. I actually have us losing that game. And then Oakland and New York. I'm going to tell you something about Oakland and New York. And I honestly feel this way. I think those games are gonna be so challenging. Just it's that part of the schedule where you might think something is easy and the team might try to fight you. I think that's the part of the schedule where we don't know how good either one of these teams are gonna be next year, but if we assume they are what they are, I just think those games are just gonna be tough. No, New York we'll be able to beat, but I think that Oakland game is going to be tougher than we're letting on. Even if we don't think Oakland's going to be that good, I do think we win those games though. Okay, Chicago. I think that's in Chicago. Correct me if I'm mistaken. To be honest with you, I don't even think we losing to Chicago, but I can't sit up here and say we're gonna win every game. We're gonna lose some games, I think. So I'm gonna just mark the Chicago game as a loss. Back-to-back away games. You go away to the Raiders. Probably had a tough, hard-fought game win, and then you go all the way over to Chicago. That might be a loss. And then now we have these teams. So this is the part of the schedule that I think is actually the most serious besides the beginning. I know a lot of people, they wouldn't pick this part of this 5-game stretch. They would pick any other 5-game stretch on the entire schedule, but I feel like these games are going to matter because, first of all, the Cowboys game at home, we could just be coming off a loss to Chicago. I don't know how our record is going to be. We're 9 games in. So even if we 3-5, 3-6, 4-6, 4-5, even if our record isn't good up till this point, 9 games in, if we go 6-1, 6-2, 7-1, 7 games, 6-1, or 5-2, we go that over this final stretch, then we could get right back into the season no matter where we were. So that is why I'm stopping it here, meaning this is the point where we gotta win a lot of games. Because even if we have won a lot of games to the point, even if we 6-3, 7-2, 8-1, this stretch is pivotal. Because look, we got the Cowboys. That's gonna be a tough game. Then you got the Redskins. The Redskins aren't really nothing right now, but I think that game might be in Washington, so that's gonna be a tougher game. Then you have Chicago at home. Then you have Minnesota, and you got the Bucs. They're the Bucs. We don't think much of them. Stafford usually crushes them, but I just feel like these first 4 are very, very pivotal, mainly because the next game after the Bucs, I don't think we're gonna win. So I would say we will beat the Cowboys, beat the Redskins. I say we would lose. To Minnesota at home. I hate it. And then we will beat Chicago. I just think it's gonna be a tough stretch for us. I just really do. After that, I think we will beat the Bucs, and then the last 2 games is Denver and the Green Bay Packers. Like I said, I think that Green Bay Packers, those last 2 games could be bad trap games for us, especially that Denver game in December. I don't care what Denver record is. Ever since they built that defense, and their defense hasn't been top, but it hasn't been bad ever since they built that Super Bowl defense. Their defense hasn't been bad, and I literally mean bad. It hasn't been bad. Bob Miller is still there. They still got a few pieces. They drafted new pieces. That Denver game is gonna be horrid, man. They got Green Bay's old defensive coordinator who used to put it on Stafford. Of course, Stafford cooked them because his record against Chicago is 10-6 or something like that. But he knows Stafford. He knows our team. It's gonna be a tough win, and then Green Bay at the end. Y'all already know how that goes. And all in all, this schedule has me anywhere from 10-6 to 13-3. I'm not gonna put a stamp on it. I'm not gonna pick a record yet. I ain't even got to see the draft yet, man. And I just feel like this season hinges on those 2 points. 3 points. The Chargers, because I think we're going to beat the Chargers game. Not the Chargers, but the Eagles and Chiefs games, the bye week, then those first 2 games against Minnesota and Green Bay. Those 4 games are so important to the season. And then this Cowboys, Redskins, Chicago, Minnesota section. Those 8 games of our season are the most important the way that it's set up, in my opinion. And once the draft come around, we'll talk more about this, man. I can't wait. I know y'all all excited. I am too, man. It's your boy 313 J-Mo. And the Lions schedule is out. I know a lot of people got their own predictions. The schedule, it looks very weirdly scheduled. I didn't think the games were going to be scheduled like this, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Let me know your early pre-draft record predictions, because these are the pre-draft, because we ain't seen the draft yet, and we don't know what other teams are going to have on their teams, because a lot of these teams get souped up. Y'all know how it happened with the Bears last year, man. But it's 313 J-Mo. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe.